by the government. So we can't give the official confirmation, but unless until we are getting it from the government. So here we can write it off like 84% of villages are electrified and 44% of the rural households are electrified. Okay, and also the latest data available for us. Based on that, we got the numbers. Next one is, so in the next slide, so here what is happening and also what is the scenario of energy in India. So here we can check it out. One thing, a rapid economic development and increasing population. Why we are having high demand for energy? High demand for energy. Obviously, the population is increasing, and also the demand for the power will be increasing because of the economic development taking place. Because of the economic development, we require more power, and also vice versa. If you are producing more power, economic development will be taking place, and it is like we call it as like directly proportional to each other. Next one is a sustained 8% GDP growth of India requires an annual increase of. So if you are planning for 8% GDP, right now due to this COVID and all the things, that the GDP has come down drastically. But initially we can take it as constant. It is showing the growth of 6%, 6 to 7% it is showing. And also if you are going to increase 1% GDP, we are coming to know that 1% GDP is reducing means how many lakhs of jobs will be going on. So like that, if you are going to increase 1% GDP slowly, so obviously we'll come to know that how many lakhs of jobs are going to be generated. So once jobs are there, so economically the persons will be very strong enough to spend there, and obviously the social life also will be increasing, and also the social life and also the standard of living also will be increasing. So we must focus on increasing the GDP of our country. So here how we are going to do that one, we are checking here. First one is the commercial energy supply from 3.7 to 6.1%. So commercial energy supply is from 3.7 only. Right now we are trying to improve it to 6.1 as per the estimation of the government. These all things. The total primary energy supply from 2.2 to 5.1. So these are the stats provided by the government, because we didn't do any exercise or we didn't conduct any surveys and all the things. So if they can assume that based on our economic things and also the constraints, if you can increase this 3.7 to 6.1 and 2.2 to 5.1, so our GDP can show the growth of like 2% growth we can achieve. So limited supply of coal, and also coupled with and also the poor quality, low level of technology advancements, and high environmental hazards. This all scenario we are focusing here is because the coal we are not using more. Why? Because we can check that one, and also we know the quality of the coal is very important, and also the high quality coal will produce less emissions when compared to the poor quality coal. So that is the one limitation we are having right now. And also next one is like limited domestic reserves and uncertain foreign supply of the hydrocarbons. So this is the hydrocarbons is nothing but the diesel and the fuel. So right now you can see the price of the petrol and diesel is not reduced. Even the price of the petrol and diesel got reduced in the worldwide, because we can see that the petrol and diesel are the major things which we are going to import. Like nearly 35 to 40% is imports, or the numbers may be wrong, you can correct me, but to my knowledge it is 35 to 40 diesel and petrol we are importing it. Instead of that one, if you're stopping that 35 to 40% of amount we can spend for increasing our GDP also as well. So this indirectly will be helpful for us, not only indirectly, and also if you are having the direct equation also, we can get the directly proportional to our growth. And also here in the this one is Indian power sector, what we are getting the data in 2010, and also first one is the thermal one. We can check that check out that 64% is thermal and nuclear is only 3%, hydro is 23%, and also renewables is only 10%. So right now we are having only the 10% of the power generation there. So this is the main drawback we are having here. So here thermal means from the coal we are going to produce this much thermal power, or the electricity is going to generate, and also only 23% only we are going to generate the power from the hydro, or like the dams or the water. So these two are only, you can check it out, 87% are depending only on this. So if you can reduce this one drastically and improve the sources of renewable energy, so obviously we can see the growth. Next slide. So in the next slide we can check it out. The installed capacity from renewable energy as on March 10th. So here the major part you can check it out. The wind power, we are focusing more on wind power of 70%, And next goes to the small hydropower. We are going for 16%. And next major thing we can see it as biogas. Biogas is nothing but like we can see the waste things and all the things. Right now we are focusing more on the wind power when compared to the solar power due to the hurdles we are having in the solar power. And also right now if you see the latest data also, this latest data will be shared for you in the 2015 to 19 one. What you got is like your YouTube link is there. So in that we can check that one. So in the textbooks also, if you are going to see, if you are having the latest edition, they will give the data of 2010, 11, or at least some textbooks are showing like 1993 data also. So that's the reason we cannot follow the textbooks, because this is a daily changing process. So in the videos you will be seeing, or in the live classes you will be able to, or at least I will show you what is the latest things happening in that one, so that it will be helpful. And also this numbers is there, and whatever numbers you are writing, at least write the relevant numbers, at least keep the wind as the first, and next keep the hydropower. Don't keep the solar power is first and wind power is last. So at least the stats must be remembering 50% wind. Okay, we can go for that also, and marks also will be awarded. Marks wise there won't be any issues unless until you are writing some blunders. Okay, next slide. So in the next slide we can check it out. So here we are talking slowly. I'm updating once more. So one slide. Now this data is as on 31/12/2015. The installed capacity from renewable energy overall generation mix is 283 gigawatts. So here you can check it out. How much amount of coal, gas, diesel, nuclear, hydro, and also the renewable we are going to use. So renewable you can see the. So the renewable we can check it out. You can see like previously in 2010 we are checking like only to it is of 10%. If I'm not wrong, in the previous slide I have shown that one. And also in the 2015 one. So in the 2015 one you can check it out. We went up to 13%. So here you can see it off. But here the bottom numbers is representing how much amount of capacity we are having it. Like at 7.4, coal is from 173, and all the things we are seeing it here. So instead of that, you can check it out. The percentage wise, if you are getting into the picture, the percentage wise of things we are getting into the picture, the percentage wise we are getting is like it is 13%. Okay, in the next slide. So here you can check it out. As discussed here, the wind power is more, and then comes the small hydro and all the things. So the potential first, so the first option it is showing the potential of it, the potential of wind power, solar power, hydropower, biopower, this much potential in megawatts. So cumulative achievements, how much we are going to achieve in that. So you can check it out here. We are having at least, we are utilizing the wind power to the 25%, but you can check it out for the solar power and hydropower, and also the biopower, and also please check the remaining powers. So out of 9 lakh, nearly 9 lakh number is there, 8,96,000. We are going to have the cumulative achievements of only 38,222. So huge untapped RE potential is available in India. So here, what is the untapped potential? Here you can check it out. So the red one indicates, the blue one indicates is the available one. So wind is very less. At least we can see the red ones there. So remaining energies we are not able to focus, and also we are due to the upfront costs and all the difficulties. So right now we are not utilizing. So these are the focusing area, and in the stats also you can write this table, and also this graph also is enough for you, so that it will be helpful for you. Next slide. So here, why renewable energy is required for India? Why it is so important for us? First thing is we are having the power shortage, as discussed in the previous sessions. Next one is the rising prices of oils and gases. Oils means nothing but petrol and diesel. And next one is ample resources and sites available, and still we are having ample resources because of lot much of solar power, wind power, and also hydropower is available now, and also abundant sunshine. Government incentive is there, increasing financial options are there. So these are the various options what we are having right now, because government is focusing more on this, so that we are going to get much of it. If anybody is want, so if everybody, or at least some of the people who are interested in this particular sector, if you are going to come forward to establish a startup or anything, the government is going to provide the initiatives. So right now we'll be closing this class till this one. And also tomorrow we are going to deal with like comparison. I'll show you one basic example, comparisons. And also, so in the next class, I will be showing you like comparisons, one brief example, and also criteria we are going to discuss, so that we are going to complete the first unit in the coming class. And the fifth, so in the coming session, one more session will be there in the fifth unit, where we'll give the basic overview and also we'll show you the videos of it, so that you'll be understanding what is happening, and also what is the things we have discussed till now. The overview of that one will be discussed, like the complete PPT will be discussed in an overview. Like this, we have covered what is this, what are the topics, what are the things happen. That will be there in the fifth session. Okay. Right now it is third session. I am closing it now. Okay. Thank you all.